Hi there, Loy Machedo. It's me from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. I thought I'd share this video with you and tell you 19 things that no one tells you about the UAE or Dubai or the Middle East in particular. But these observations that I'm going to share with you, these 19 ones, are particularly very much in UAE or in Dubai or Sharjah or whatever, UAE as a whole. And these are my observations after having stayed there for 40 years. So I'm very open to your criticisms or different points of view, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. So let's move in. So for the first thing that nobody tells you about UAE is Arabs. Okay, we are talking of actual Arabs and Islam. They are not very open-minded, or they are not very compatible with just about anything. There are limitations, there are lines to be drawn, and they don't normally talk about this. For example, don't try, but I'm telling you this, if you're brave, then go ahead, try it. Question someone about Islam, talk to them about their prophet, speak about the Arabic culture, make a joke about it. You would get to see a very different side from the very hospitable people that they are. They have a very reserved culture. They are very, they're not very open-minded about certain things. So you need to respect and keep a kind of a distance between Arabs, especially Arabs and Muslim Arabs. Okay, so this is something they don't talk about because it can be interpreted in many different ways, and this no one will tell you. But I'll tell you through my experience of 40 years, I know one thing. It's best to keep a distance, respectable distance between Arabs and Islam. Okay, that's number one. Because also to tell you, according to every Muslim, Islam is the true religion in the world, the only religion in the world, the only true religion, the only true prophet, the only true holy book, the only true everything. They are only right. They are only perfect. They are only everything. The rest of the world is fake, imperfect, fake religion, fake everything else. So this is something which nobody will talk about, but it's a fact. Okay. So even if they show year of tolerance and all that, I'll tell you this is just media PR. The reality is totally different. So don't mistake that you can start questioning them about the Quran, make jokes about their religion, and they're not so open-minded. Just don't do that. Second one, which nobody tells you about UAE, which does exist, is corporate racism. There's a different salary structure for an Arab local, different rules, different salary structure and rules for British, American, Australian, white passport holder, different set of rules for Asians, Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh, and even lower than that is Bangladeshis and let's say Sri Lankans and all. So there's different, for the same position, different salary structure. Nobody will talk about this, but it does exist. Okay. In fact, Arab locals have a different HR department, different set of rules, different laws for the same job, same position, same mistake, same problem. So this is something nobody will talk about. Point number 3 that nobody talks about is you have so many expatriates, so many communities. They all tend to be very clannish. What do I mean by that? Filipinos like to mix with only Filipinos. Indians, within Indians, Malabaris or Keralites or South Indians mix with only South Indians. Tamilians mix with only Tamilians. Guys from Bombay mix with guys from Bombay. Sindhi community is Sindhi community. Goans are Goans. British are British. Irish, Irish. So there's a lot of clannishness. And even though they show a very modern outlook, end of the day, this is inbred, and this shows its ugly head, especially when promotions or rewards or progress is concerned. It might look very harmless when people are having fun, but it really shows its ugly head, especially when progress or rewards or corporate success is concerned. Even with Arabs, guys from Dubai, the Arab locals of Dubai are indifferent to the Arab locals of Sharjah, different to Arab locals of Abu Dhabi. They have a different behavior, style, a tendency to do things. This nobody will talk about. Point number 4 that nobody talks about is getting a visa in the Middle East is akin to slavery. Once you take a visa, they'll take away your passport, and they have extraordinary powers over you, which they don't talk about. So this is very debatable, but I'm telling you for a fact, once you're on someone else's visa, your balls are in their hand. Point number 5, which nobody talks about. UAE keeps trying to show, at least Dubai, it's very modern, Lamborghinis and parties, Ibiza club and fun and the biggest towers and underwater hotels and fast life and, you know, world class. But UAE has its roots based on its religion, fundamentals, culture, tradition. So the problem is they can flip that switch. Whenever they want, they'll say we are modern. Whenever they want, they'll say we follow Sharia law, or Islam is our fundamental. So even though UAE shows it's very modern, it is not. Their roots of their religion, culture, tradition are deeply ingrained in them. And anytime they'll flip the switch, and if you have been, you know, under the mistaken identity, it's a very modern place with equal rights, you'll be mistaken. Point number 6, nobody tells you about UAE, is your boss is the determining factor for your success. Your boss doesn't like you. Your boss doesn't want you to succeed. Your boss wants to fuck up your life. Trust me, he can. You can be the #1 executive, the highest performing guy, whatever. Boss doesn't like it, unless of course the owner is on your side. But if your boss doesn't like it, finish. So your boss determines your success, nothing else. And yeah, you can be a lazy bum, but if you kiss your boss's ass, oh, you have a lot of ways to move forward. How I know this? Because I was sometimes a lazy ass, and the boss was, you know, he liked me a lot. Point number 7, what nobody tells you in UAE is your value as a human being. Your value is either your money or your passport. And at least when you get down in UAE, when you land, it's your passport. So this nobody will tell you, but your value is your passport. So you're a British guy, American, wow, you're from UK, you're from USA. Oh, wow, you're from India. So your value is your passport. Point number 8, what nobody tells you about UAE is every written contract, whatever your boss tells you, whatever the company offers you, everything doesn't mean anything unless you have someone very powerful, very influential, or you know the law in and out. Otherwise, you need to have shitloads of money to battle with whomsoever in court. So whatever they tell you in writing, after 6 months we'll give you a promotion, after 3 months we'll evaluate your performance, or you deserve X amount of salary, or we'll give you this, that. Everything has a loophole, and it doesn't mean anything. Okay. Point number 9 that nobody tells you about UAE is there are plenty, even though UAE shows it's Islamic country, Muslim country, there are plenty of temptations, good, bad, ugly. The good ones can be food. Bad ones can be, let's say, alcohol, clubs, nightclubs. Ugly can be prostitution, drugs. So many things are there. The temptations available in Dubai, UAE are endless. Nobody talks about it. If you have a VPN, just Google search through VPN, Dubai escorts, or, you know, call girls or whatever. You will get to see what I mean. Okay, and this can actually destroy life. In fact, one of the safest but most dangerous temptation is a credit card and loan. The financial instruments, they make sure that they trap you in this so that they can suck the blood out of you through interest. Please don't take a credit card, don't take a loan. That's what I tell people, because the interest rates are highest in the world, and you'll end up losing everything. Point number 10, nobody tells you about UAE is you'll end up, no matter how much you earn, the more you earn, the more you'll spend. The more you earn, more you spend. More your promotion, more you spend. So it's like no matter what you do, you end up spending more. And this, you don't have to believe me. Speak to anyone who has been in UAE for 5 years or 10 years. Expenses just keep increasing. First, when you come here, you come as a bachelor, expenses are so much. Then you get married, your expenses go up. Then you get a baby, expenses go even more up. Then you have to think about the future, expenses go more up. It's just an endless cycle. And most probably, most of them end up losing everything, just trying to make a balance, trying to make ends meet. Okay. Point number 11 that nobody tells you about UAE, which I think because of social media, most people talk about, is there's no security. That is one of the reasons why before, in the 70s, when there was no social media or there was no internet, anyone would say, I'm from Dubai. Oh, Dubai, he's from Dubai. Oh, please take my daughter. Please take my child, take my son with you. Oh, my daughter likes your son very much. You're from Dubai. Please marry my daughter. I'll give you a big dowry, Today, if you tell anyone I'm from Dubai, there's a fucking refugee because there's no fucking security. You can lose your job at any fucking point of time. No explanation given, no reason, just fuck off. So, there's no security. You can speak to anyone. I challenge you. Speak to anyone. They'll tell you this, that you can lose your job at any point of time. No reasons given. You can be promised. They'll ask you to leave a stable job. They'll ask you to give up your life back home. Come down to Dubai, bring your wife, bring your kid, bring everything, start your life all over again, and then they'll terminate you. So this is something nobody tells you about UAE. And there are many stories, many stories like this. Point number 11 is, one second, let me just put this. Point number 11 is, I told you there's no security. Point number 12 is, no one is your friend. Don't assume anyone is your friend because there's no such thing as true friendship. See, and I don't blame anyone because people come there to a foreign country to earn money. So obviously, you've left your security, you've left your base. So it should be your focus, your priority. So that's why, when you lose your job or you don't have any money, all of a sudden your friends vanish. All the people who would call you 100 times a day, they'll stop calling you. All the people who wanted to meet you, spend time with you, be with you, they'll just ignore you. So the fact is, there's no true friend or true relationships in UAE. The minute you're without a job, without money, it's bye-bye. Point number 13 is Arabs, which no one talks about in the UAE, is Arabs show off a lot. They tend to show off so much. You'll see most of the Arabs drive a Pajero or a Nissan Patrol or Range Rover. You'll see Arabs dressed in the starched, white, shining Kandura. They will go, in VIP areas and act like big. Most of them don't have any money in the bank. Most of them are living on 6 to 7 loans and 5 car loans and 11 credit cards. And that's only one person. And his wife maybe has another 11 credit cards and 2 bank loans and 3 personal loans. So all of them are living on credit. And Arabs, they don't talk about this, but it's rampant. And even when they go for holidays, they go on holidays taking loans. So this is something no one tells you about UAE. And the reason why they do this is because money is provided very easily for them. And the government supports them. And it's very rare that you can actually put an Arab local behind bars. Because end of the day, you'll see this in the news. The Sheikh has pardoned 300 citizens, taking care of their loans. So they're used to this, pardoning and all that. So, most of them live for yesterday. They don't live for today. They don't live for the few, they just want to enjoy. That's it. Point number 14 is, which nobody tells you, is most of the people who look poor, they might actually be filthy fucking rich, especially Indians. You'd always see an Indian, for example, you see Filipinos, they're very stylish. They are amazing in terms of personal grooming, amazing. Okay, you never see a Filipino who looks smelly, who's stinky, who is very clean, very hygienic. In fact, they have the latest iPhone, they have the latest dress, the latest sneakers. They look like, a rap video. It's like, wow. But if you look at most of the Indians, they might look like a worker, a laborer, all that. But do you know the reality? The reality is this. These Indians who look like workers or laborers, they're actually saving majority of the income and sending it back home. And where they might actually look poor, you'd be surprised to know they are very fucking filthy rich. I'll give you a small example. Okay, I'll give you a small example. Safir supermarket, which was near my house. I was staying in Sharjah, near Majaz Park. Okay, so across my house was Safir supermarket. So I used to go there for shopping every day. So one day, when I was going there, they have this fish counter, and I was just standing there. This guy with broken teeth, his teeth is jutting out and rotten and all that, and shirt filled with fish stains and all that, and he was wearing boots and all that because he was a delivery guy. So I looked at him and felt sorry for him. I just gave him $10 and I bought him a juice. He said, thank you. And $10, he said, no. I said, no, keep it. He said, no, please. He insisted I keep it. I was like, why? He's saying, I'll take the juices enough. I said, why? What happened? Don't feel bad. He's saying, he told me directly. He's saying, I'm not poor. I said, no, I just want to give you. He's saying, let me explain. So the guy who was looking like he's cleaning fish told me, in a nutshell, that he supplies fish to all the supermarkets and major suppliers. And he has shopping malls back home. Shopping malls, not shopping mall, shopping malls back home. And then he had a broken, dilapidated phone. But he showed me, and when I checked in my iPhone, I was shocked to see that he's filthy fucking rich. I saw his photograph. I was like, why are you dressed up like this? He's saying, why to show off? Why to show off with anyone? He's saying, I keep my expenses to the bare minimum. I send 95% income back home. He's saying, I can retire anytime and make millions. He's saying, today my children are in London and all these places. I have grandchildren taken care of. He's saying, I'm just doing this for fun. So I was shocked. So what I'm trying to tell you is, not every person who's rich has shitloads of money. Like I know many, like, one of my Filipino friends had a Hummer, okay? Wife had BMW, the latest. Lived in, I think, a 7-bedroom villa with swimming pool. Used to take me out to some of the most expensive joints for free because I was the mentor and she was my student, mentor, coach. When I spoke to her just a few days ago, and I never knew their financial status. She told me she's bankrupt. I was like, but you had so much fucking money. Saying, well, we made a couple of mistakes, business deals and all that, and she ended up with cancer and tumor and a lot of complications. Lost all their money. So it's like and even today she still shows that she's very rich and very fucking successful. And I asked her, why do you still do this? She's saying, Lloyd, if we show anything less, nobody would want to, interact with us. We'd lose all our contacts, connections. So now we are left with no other choice but to show. So you can imagine, look, one side they're poor, one side they're rich, but the actual one is rich and poor. And I'm not saying it's not just like, oh, all the Indians are rich, but they show they're poor, or all the Filipinos show that they are well-to-do, but they have no, don't get me wrong. I've met vice versa cases also. Like I met a Filipino designer, simple guy, very simple. He has this typical Chinese, like I said, he has Chinese beard and all that. But his daughter is studying in the United States, and he has saved all the money for her education. So, but he lives with laborers, sleeping in labor accommodation and all that, doing very fucking well. So the point I'm trying to say is, all those who look poor may not actually be poor, and all those who look rich are not actually rich. This is something that they don't tell you in UAE. Point number 15, what nobody tells you in UAE is, this is explicit, but everyone is fucking somebody else, and that's how they are succeeding. And they'll never tell you this. Remember this, every person who has become successful has fucked someone else in a good, bad, ugly way. And whether you take it sexually or whether any other way, everyone's fucking somebody else. That's how, it's like a dog-eat-dog world in UAE. Point number 16 is a simple reality. No money, no honey. You know what it means. And this is the reality any part of the world. Point number 17, which is nobody tells you in UAE, is most of the positions that they show is all glamorized, but inside is nothing. So in UAE, it's very easy for you to open a company. It's very easy for you to print a business card. I used to have on my business card director of sales and regional manager and all that. So you can have all dummy positions. It's very easy. There's nothing regulated there. So glamorized positions and fake positions are plenty. And this is something nobody tells you about UAE. Point number 18, which nobody tells you about UAE, is sales. In UAE, sales is not sales. It's actually begging. So anyone tells you he's champion in sales, he's number one in sales, means he's very good at pestering, begging, pleading, being this puppy dog until people give in to him. Because it's nothing but kissing, puckering up your lips and kissing people's ass, putting your tongue up someone's asshole. So sales is begging in UAE, and this is something nobody tells you. Sales might look very glamorous in the West. In Dubai, UAE, it's not. For example, construction industry. You're trying to bid for a project. It's not your sales skill or how you talk, all that. The guy who is finally going to decide for which contractor to give will all depend on how much. Number one is what is the cut he's getting, okay? Who pays him the best bribe? Number two is which consultant do they approve of, which also takes a bribe. Third one is who gives the cheapest test price and who gives the best test material. So no matter what sales you do, you can massage the feet and whatever. So the end of the day, it's not on skill. So sales is nothing but begging. And the better beggar you are, the better your sales. You don't have to believe me. You can give me your views. Point number 19. No one tells you in the UAE. I know this is ironic, but no one tells you the truth. Trust me when I say this. Neither the media nor the people, whether it's success, whether it's happiness, whether how did you achieve success, or how did you reach this position, no one tells you the truth. Okay? Nobody tells you the truth in UAE. Especially if they are successful, they have made money, because there's always something that little bit of illegal. And this can be true whether it's Elon Musk, Jack Ma, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. Everyone has their dark secrets. So nobody will tell you that in UAE. And I'll put this extra point in UAE. This is something no one tells you in UAE. In UAE, any Arab local, Watani, actual local, can jail you anytime. UAE has one law. If you're an expat and an Arab local complains about you, you're guilty until proven innocent. So you can be jailed anytime. You can be jailed for however long you want. And if it's a powerful guy, you can be jailed for life. So point number 20 that no one tells you about UAE is you can be jailed at any fucking point of time. And where UAE local versus expat is concerned, you are guilty until proven innocent. Remember this much. You're guilty until proven innocent. Let this register in your brain, because I have personally experienced this. I know friends, I know people who have been jailed, and they've been jailed without any evidence. As long as an Arab local complains, it's taken on faith, and especially if it's a local lady. Okay? So you can be jailed by default. So you can be jailed anytime, no justice, no nothing. And this is another thing no one tells you about UAE. So these are the 19 plus 1, 20 points that no one tells you about UAE. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember, I always read your comments. Good, bad, ugly. I always love to hear what you have to say. So this is me, live from Machedo.com. So I'm Machedo and think personal branding. Sharing with you his thoughts. Let me know what you think. This is me signing off for now. Take care.